G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a surplus pistol, otherwise known as a Glock 19, but they've given it this generic name so it fits in with the rest of the Fallout 4 vanilla game repertoire, which is a design choice, and a completely valid design choice, so that's fine. Anyway, so this is a custom pistol, standalone, you've got custom animations, the sounds are that of the vanilla game taken from the 10mm pistol, both suppressed and unsuppressed. I think it works for what it is. Makes the Glock sound very punchy despite being a 9mm pistol, which are provided by the munitions mods. That's a requirement. There are down chambers for this thing that you can use for, using vanilla game ammo to increase its plug and play aspect of it, but using these smaller calibers will reduce your damage, and that's a no-no, so yes, it's a very important thing that you get munitions when using this mod. The Glock in real life is a pistol of Austrian design, which was originally developed in the 1980s, but the one we're seeing now, the G19, is a 4th generation Glock, which was developed around the year 2010. The 4th generation Glocks upgraded a few things which aren't particularly relevant to this video, so I won't go into them, but it still keeps the same shape as the Glock, where it's got a very blocky top and a somewhat ergonomic looking grip on the bottom. But I think what this thing is mostly known for is its staggeringly high profitability in the market of self-defense. Everyone and their mother has got one of these things in America. Hell, if I was American, I'd have one of these things, because there's crooks around there. They're walking around with guns, and if you don't have a gun to defend yourself, then what the hell are you doing? Less relevant in Australia, though. There's not many crooks walking around with guns in Australia. They've taken them off us. Quick Australian history lesson. The year is 1996. Some gronk in Port Arthur decides he wants to kill a bunch of people, and he does it with firearms. And from that moment, the government's like, you know what, enough's enough. You don't get guns anymore. And to this day, it is very, very difficult to get a gun license to be able to get guns. And so far from that event, the government hasn't subjected us to, too much tyranny. Not too much, but if it ever did come to pass, what we'll do is we'll just toss boomerangs at them. Cop that, pig! That's also the reason why I keep all of my unregistered AK-47s in the shed, away from the prying eyes of the public. That was a joke, okay, Fed? That was a joke. I don't own any rifles. Okay, attachment time. The attachment collection for this thing is rather narrow, but you could argue that it's pretty focused. There's not too much on here that is going to make it crazily tricked out or would be considered ridiculous if you took it to a gun range, so that's cool. Let's go over the attachments. First of all, you've got the receivers. This thing can be made in automatic or semi-auto alike. If you use the powerful auto receiver, you get yourself a DPS of 1200, which is pretty dang good, so we'll throw that one on, and we'll move over to the barrels. You can extend that barrel out to give you better range and accuracy at the cost of weight, but honestly, the range benefit you get out of that thing is massive, so we'll do that. And next, we've got the grip, which doesn't appear to change the model of the grip. It'll just be stat increasing for this first one, but you can also attach on a stock onto this thing, but this magwell grip will increase your reload speed, so we'll definitely throw that one on. We're not really keen to have a stock on a Glock. That's silly. That's crazy talk. Next, we've got the magazines. You can have a standard magazine, large, and quick eject variants of those. Quick eject large mag goes nicely. And now we get to the sights. You can have standard sights right there, glow sights, which will give you the green glowies that you'd see with the vanilla game weapons. Ghost sights will give you white ones, which are cool for like nighttime operations, I suppose. You can also have reflex sights, including doctor ones, either circle or a dot, or a professional combat sight, which looks like a little baby aim point on the top of your Glock. Let's go for a circle doctor reflex sight, which is mounted by sheer willpower. Actually, no, there's 2 screws. Will that be a problem if the slide goes back and forth too fast? Will that shake the alignment of it? Perhaps, but let's not speculate on that any further, because we've got muzzles to look at. You can have compensators or muzzle brakes to help you control the recoil. That'll reduce your range, which is kind of cringe, but I suppose works for balancing. There's also a hush suppressor, which again will decrease your range, but we'll get a little bit of extra bonus damage thanks to your ace operator, giving us a 1500 DPS, but the range very badly hit on that thing. Now, we've got the legendary effect provided by legendary modification, so we'll skip over that thing, and we'll go over to the internal modification, which you can have a laser sight, including red, I suppose, green, and also pink. It'll match the hair. We'll get to the character a little bit later, but we'll go for a pink laser sight on this thing. And here's where you can change the ammo. So we've got 90mm rounds right now. You can also choose the 22 from the munitions mod as well, but obviously that'll decrease your damage to a point where it's, well, why would you? I suppose it'll make it lighter. No, it won't. You'll just be using a slightly lighter ammunition source, I suppose, but yeah, I don't know why you'd want to do that. There's also Vanilla Game 38, which again will decrease your damage slightly, but you'll use a very readily available Vanilla Game ammo source, so there's a strength in that, I suppose. We've also got materials, so this is your slide and magazine material. This Rockstar gives it well, it gives it a look that's no different from your standard. Interesting. I suppose we'll go worn silver then. That's kind of cool. I think I skipped over grip material. We'll go for a Rockstar version of that. That'll give us a nice little pink grip there. That'll suit the laser sight and the hair on this particular character, so that works pretty well. Anyway, so there's our surplus pistol in automatic form. We're gonna have to get ourselves some 9mm ammo, but that shouldn't be too hard with console commands. But yeah, let's show you how to get them, and we'll make a few more and see how we go. Alright, so here we are at the Immersive Gunners Plaza. Here is our Glock in first person in all of its automatic glory, and that's what it looks like when firing. Check out the the slide going back with the reflex sight. That's crazy. Anyway, so that's what it looks like in third person. You got a bash animation, and in third person, it looks like that. Notice the slightly pinkish grip there. You can barely see it, but it is certainly there. By the way, we're using a different character today. Meet Willow. She's not one of mine. She's actually owned by Atomic Widow. She did a playthrough that was a short one, but it was an interesting one. See, her mission was to get all the bubbleheads whilst being chased by the Terminator. There's a big curse that was following her around, and unfortunately, that curse has been transferred into my game, so we'll keep an eye out, because we might be chased by some sort of Gen 5 synth around here, but it looks all clear for now. Anyway, so I've taken her in bold new directions. I've kept the textures and body the same, but we're wearing the hair up instead of down. Also, Widow didn't put any tattoos in the looks menu thing, so there's no tattoos. We've got them all lasered off, and she looks very clean indeed. But yeah, anyways, that's what that's all about. So yeah, we'll be checking out. Check out the link in the description. There'll be a link to Widow's channel down there, and also a link to the playthrough of Willow, if I remember. Hopefully I do. Anyway, so here's a couple of other Glocks that I got. This one, stealth status without the suppressor, you understand, and it's got the cool ghost glow sights on it. Obviously automatic, using the 10mm sounds pretty good. This one is semi-automatic, but with the professional reflex sight. Looks like an aim point sight there. And does that reload animation actually account for the reflex sight, or is it always like that? Elegant anyway. And lastly, I've got this one. This one is just standard semi-auto. It's got a muzzle brake. Honestly, it's the least interesting one because, well, it's loud and proud. It's got a muzzle brake, but it's semi-auto, which that ain't fun. Anyway, so we'll use the automatic one to get started, and we'll try to get some shots on range there. But, well, it's surprisingly effective. We're hitting him for 400. I think those are headshots that I'm getting, which is nothing but sheer dumb luck. But the real fun begins when they get a little bit closer, as you see now with that particular fellow. Yeah, she goes down very fast indeed, and usually with pistols, the VATS usage is pretty generous, and I'm sort of getting that vibes with this thing, at least in close range, and I feel like I could hold on the burst for quite a while, at least when fully mag dumping, so that's pretty good. We'll keep the stealthy theatrics going on for a second here. I should mention, she's got all the usual gear that we have with the standard Angels. So she's got the grappling hook, she's got the energy shield, so she's nice and tough. She can take as much punishment as Winter or Ayla before she drops, so nothing too different standard here. This time, here's a little bit of behind the scenes information, but I didn't fix Poppy's stats to be all perfect. So she was a little bit weaker than normal, but we haven't made the same mistake there. All of the ones that were necessarily needed were in place. So anyway, so now that we're not in stealth anymore, we'll go up nice and close and hit these guys up personal. I think I just booted that corpse into her before as I was reloading. That's funny. Anyways, the game hasn't really seen fit to add combat music, so I guess we can just relax, I suppose. We'll go over to our unsuppressed Glock here just to see what it's like without the glory of Ace Operator, and really, so far, so good. Try to get the combat music going a little bit here. Why is there so much radiation around here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That could only be the work of the Terminator, right? Not sure what's going on there, but that man was vibrating, and I'm not going to question why. I think there's a third party here that is currently dealing with whatever gunners we found. Put that RPG down before you get us all killed. Despite this thing's massively impressive rate of fire, this thing actually handles really well. I feel like there's less recoil than what there would be on a 10mm pistol going full auto. Let's go over to the semi-auto one now. Honestly, the reflex sight housing is kind of getting in the way of my aim here. Hey, that's a cool hairstyle. Maybe I should set myself up with that one. Let's go over to, yeah, third person. Yeah, that's a lot easier to deal with when the gun's not bouncing up in your face all the time. Whoops, totally missed that one. That's why I play in third person, because I'm way more precise. I mean, first person. And these guys got Nemu's rifle? I think they do. They do as well. Obviously, as a gunslinger weapon, this one, I guess, it's got the ability to disarm your enemies, which when you've got a rapidly firing pistol is particularly advantageous, so that's good. I think I found the synth. They're just really letting anyone in the gunners these days, aren't they? I guess they're hurting for numbers after the constant slaughtering, but that's kind of suspicious, isn't it? Ooh, which one is the synth? Probably that one without the face. Okay, looks like we're clear, but still no answer to what exactly that radiation was. I did mess around with this mod a little bit, and usually there's a fat man that leaves a blanket of radiation around where it's fired, so something around here caused that, and I'm not sure where they went, so perhaps it's best for us to move on there. But yes, despite being a level 7 weapon, and you know, I don't really mean to like pat myself on the back here, but to my predictions, this thing definitely punches above its weight. So yeah, it's kind of filling that role of a 10mm pistol, but using a different sort of ammo type. It's a more, I guess, you could argue, realistic approach. And looks like someone needs a shower and clean off all that blood, but don't worry, the energy shields would have taken the brunt of that. That's merely like a paper cut. Also, the eyes, I think there's some Sith Lord shit going on there. That's like the power eyes that you get when you got hate flowing through as a Sith Lord. So that's what happened. So don't piss her off. Okay, Stealth Glock. Let's see how we go. Firstly, we've got Mr. Super Mutant in there, which seems to do pretty well. But I'm pretty sure we could probably just get away with hip firing this thing. We've got all of these crits, so may as well use them. I'll just absolutely spam on the crit button whilst I'm using this thing. Okay, Operation Stealth didn't last very long, and now we've got to wait till it gets into super close range to see the full brunt of this damage, and I reject this damage that you're causing me. That's defense, that's the way to go. Now, it's in my best interest to finish this fight as quickly as possible, because I got someone creeping up on me. Or rather, something being followed here. So if I drop dead sooner rather than later, that would do me pretty good. Swan, my man. All right, he's mutated at this stage. And now becomes the time where I just shoot him in the face. I suppose what I could do is just hit him up in VATS as much as possible, or just take the reloads in VATS. We can tank like maybe 5 or 6 of these rock hits before it starts causing issues, especially when I dodge. So maybe we'll see what we can do there. Got a couple of crits out of that. That's pretty nice, I suppose. Excuse me. I'm a little on edge now. That ghoul punch to the back. It didn't really do me well. I expected to see something a little bit more threatening than a lowly Feral Ghoul Reaver. Imagine playing Fallout 3 and knowing that Feral Ghoul Reavers in Fallout 4 would be lowly. Oh, terrible. Right, I'm gonna trip him out this time. There we go. By the way, the outfit is Atom Cat Mechanic, not the actual texture that Widow was using throughout that video, but this is broadly the same outfit that you saw Willow in that first video, complete with what do you call those things? The Birkenstocks or something? But yeah, that's cool. We've still got like a up the top you've got working mechanic, down the bottom we're going to the beach, we're going for a boardwalk, and there he is. There's the man, the myth, the legend. So he's gonna walk up to you and look, it's Nate.
Is that really you? Sean's been kidnapped. But I'm going to find him. I'm going to get my son back.
What? This can't be you.
You're not fooling me. They killed my husband.
Yeah, Widow didn't
Just an imitation.
talk about the emotional baggage that Willow had. Like, none of my... Oh, he's got a fat man. Right, enough fucking around. We gotta Glock this guy in the face. Oh, look, he gets knocked down. Didn't expect that from a Glock, but please don't shoot me. Okay, so the only way to kill this guy is to nuke him in the face, put him in lava, or I think cryo freeze him. So we don't have any of those things at our disposal, so we run away. I'll see you when we get to the ghoul, I suppose. But this is a little trick that Lily taught our friend, or is it, I suppose it would be Ember, but we're going to incite you and also command you. Now you're cool, so we'll hack you again and get you directly under my command. Now you will follow, alright? Good man. What? No fast travel today. I've actually ran all the way over here, and oh look, it's Arnie. Okay, what's going on?
No, I'm not going any further until you tell me what's going on.
I'm a
Getting deja vu,
organism,
are you, Willow?
And my mission is to protect you. Your consent is not required. We must leave this location immediately. It is coming.
Look, I've got bigger fish to fry, mate, so
Hi.
What do you require?
you stand right here.
You're not going anywhere with me. Get lost.
Negative. You have been marked for termination. My mission is to...
Bloody hell.
What the hell is going on here?
June 17th, 2297. Dr. Edward E. Baum will activate an advanced computer AI called Radnet.
Yeah, you gotta give it that Fallout twist instead of Skynet as Radnet, because you know what? The radiation bombs of radiation over its Fallout.
July 23rd, 2297. Radnet will become self-aware, turn on its creators, and begin...
Honestly,
waging a
it's
war
humanity's
to
fault
enslave
for
mankind.
buying Apple products. We really
December
brought this on
10th,
ourselves.
2297, commonly known as Retribution Day. Radnet will become strong enough to launch a devastating global offensive against mankind.
Oh,
There will be
Radnet
no
did
safe
it. It
haven
wasn't
on
the
Earth.
Chinese who got
The
pissed
unknown
off that
anti-soul
America was
survivor of
deploying
World
power
War
armor
I
and crushing
You
their
will
infantry.
lead mankind to victory in the war against Radnet. To ensure this doesn't happen, Radnet sent one of its creations, the C-8000, a Generation 5 synth infiltration unit, back through time to kill you. To ensure your protection, the human resistance against Radnet captured and reprogrammed their own C-8000 unit. I am that unit. We are a highly versatile form of cybernetic organism, regenerative living tissue over a highly resilient metallic skeleton.
But they couldn't program us to talk properly. That was beyond their scope. Okay.
I'm fine.
Then we must keep moving.
Alright, let's test your metal and other fleshy bits against the Wendigo. Look, I didn't realize that the quest mod would sort of take over the weapon mod, but sure, it's a Glock. We've seen Glocks before, so this one's going to be a little bit different. Anyway, so there's Mr. Wendigo. We're gonna hope for some good damage rolls or hits. Let's go concentrated fire. And a crit?
Run to protect you.
Never mind. Now, I'm going to have to get Arnie to tank a few hits for me, because he's sure as hell going to remove my ability to sneak crit. Now, aren't you, fella? Why are you ignoring Arnie? He's the way easier target. I've just realized that I've lost Lone Wanderer with this as well, so isn't that great? I guess they couldn't give him a lever action shotgun, so they gave him the next best thing in the form of a double barrel. He bashes hard. Did you see that? That was 600 damage. Keep it up. Wow, really? Oh, the sentry bot has shown up. Great. I think the bloodthirsty feral Wendigo man is a little bit confused. I got 2 allies. He's usually taking on a 1v1 role, but he's all over the place. Oh, really? No, no, stop it. Oh my god. Well, what a waste of a perfect good sentry bot. You know, it kind of sucks that I can't give Arnie commands, but oh look, he's decided he's going to take on the super mutant. So I'll have fun with that. I'm going to try to kill stuff with stealth, and it should be slightly easier during the night. So as long as he goes and gets lost, that should be good for me. Now, do I want to use these guys to get crits back? I think I do, so we'll roll the dice. Yep, okay, that's much better. There we go. Concentrated fire actually doing pretty good work here. And as soon as I mention it, it goes away. Yeah, typical. Whoops. Alright. The trick is to keep, like, he's still occupied over there, so I think I'll be okay. He's like a companion, but I can't command him. Oh, Mysterious Stranger's gonna show up. In vain. I've got this, mate. And now, one more to go for crits. I mean, obviously this is like nothing. We've seen the Glock take out much more terrifying foes than this, so honestly, getting the crits back, that was worth it. Alright, there's Wild Queen. Let's get nice and close. Can I grapple to the Queen itself? Yes, I can. And honestly, we don't have a good shot at the head, so we'll go for the legs. That'll do, donkey, that'll do. Alright, now, we've got this Mylerk, which I want to get a little bit of distance from because this guy's kind of nasty. And now that we've got all of these crits ready to go, we'll just smash him in the face. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. I gotta be thanking these super mutants. I'll send them like a basket of fruit or meat or something for drawing the stranger away. Because honestly, I don't need Arnie's help. We're fine. Okay, we've scratched the itch for that Stealth Commando playstyle, but now we're gonna do something about this Terminator, and there's a couple ways to do this, but we're gonna do this a little bit more of an explosive way. So we're gonna fast travel away. If the stranger doesn't catch up to us, then that's his problem. Oh look, the eyes don't glow. I mean, they're sort of luminous, but they don't glow in the dark, so I think she's not a Sith Lord, so that's great. Okay, the stage is set. So here we are on Spectacle Island. We're going to wait and ambush the Terminator once he gets here. Now, we've got a little bit of help. We've got, obviously, Arnie. He's with us before, but we've also got Ayla with us. Now, she looks a little bit odd because I'm using a different face texture, so Willow looks fine, but yeah, the face texture is on her now. But, importantly, she's got a Fat Man launch, which, according to the mod, can completely destroy the Terminator, so she's going to be helpful. And if all else fails, we've got Tammy circling above in Savage over there. So I suppose all we need to do is sit down, and now we wait. Oh, check it out. Looks like that vertebrate's aggroed, moving into attack position. Now we'll see how well the Terminator deals with Hellfire missiles and a 30mm autocannon. Oh yeah, that'd be doing the work. Okay, so it's right where that shed is. So, Ayla, this is your time to go. This is your gig. You gotta put this thing down. There it is, right there. Let's just get up here so we can be safe from it. But as soon as this thing gets up, then it's in trouble.
On him.
There it is. And he got nuked. Ayla's getting knocked around down there. Oh, look. I didn't know. I didn't give him a grappling hook, but we're going to need some more air support up here, I think.
Get him!
There we go. He is down once again. I think Ayla copped a mini nuke, but there's only one way to finish this. Boom! And there he goes. We can just pretend that Ayla did it. I just got the killing blow, but... And there you have it. That's how you beat him. That's one of the ways you can do it. The other way is the Crylator, and the third way, which is the coolest way, is to put him in that pit in the Salgus Ironworks. But anyway, so that there was the Glock. Well, that was a fat man, but the Glock, the G19. It's a cool weapon mod. It's pretty simple in scope, but I think what it sets out to do, it does it very effectively indeed. So if you are interested in seeing this weapon in your game, check out the link in the description. It should be down there. So it's a pretty lightweight mod. It's not too intrusive. You could argue that it's lore friendly as well, so it ticks all of those boxes. And if you want to see Willow in your game, or you're gonna have to go into Atomic Widow's Discord and download the looks menu for yourself. But if you want to see more of Willow, check out the Marked for Termination series. Worth a watch, very entertaining. Check it out. And with that, I'll leave you. Thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.